Hey everybody, it's Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to do a quick read on Marjorie Taylor Greene. I almost said MTG, but her full name is Marjorie Taylor Greene. She has been doing some interesting things over the last couple of months. She's been starting to, well, since the Epstein victims came forward, she has been supporting them and calling loudly for the files to come out, for things to be released, and I think Trump doesn't like it, and I think he's really afraid of it because he won't even talk to her. He's talking to Lauren Boebert, who's also coming out and saying that she wants the things released. And I gotta say, no shame on this, but I just feel that this has pushed a button within Marjorie that probably hits a little too close to home, and that's why she feels so passionately about it. I don't think we're ever going to hear about her having been a victim of anything like this, but I bet at the root of it, she has some kind of a trauma that she's trying to get over, heal from, whatever. I mean, most you don't have to turn over very many rocks before you find a woman, especially who has had this happen in her life. I'm not saying she's extraordinary. I'm saying that it's just all too prevalent, and especially in the eras that we have just lived through, there are just so many women that this is their story. And without real good therapy and a real good support system and really working on things to get over it, it is hard for most women to move on and be normal. They just have issues unless they can really heal from that trauma. Anyway, but Marge has found politics, and thank goodness, because this is letting her kind of express her warrior spirit, and I think that's a good thing. And I mean, I'm not saying that she's the greatest thing since sliced bread politically, but if she can do a little bit of good instead of a little bit of harm, I'm all for that. So I want to know what is going to be happening with Marge over the next couple of months. Is she going to throw her hat in the ring for the Senate? Is she going to try to run for governor? I mean, what is she going to try to do? I think she likes the dirtiness and the drama of D.C., of Washington. So I think she's going to try to stay in Washington in some way. But I think she wants a bigger pond, so I think she's going to try to do senator. And I have heard rumors about that. So let's see. And what's going to happen with her and Dumpy? Their little relationship. What's happening there? So first, we're going to just look at her general ideas about what she's going to do. Jumped out here. Oh, Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, folks. She's feeling pretty good. She's feeling protected. She's feeling well taken care of. She's feeling like, yeah, she can do this. She's got it together. Don't mind my hair. It was a weird Sunday, and I just had the idea that I would just come on and do some reading. So I didn't do a big glam thing. I just kind of, this is what my hair was today, so this is what I'm doing. Okay. So let's pull out pieces here. Let's see what we're going to do. Oh, she's starting something new. Now, I don't know if she has a boyfriend right now. This might be her career. She might be falling in love with her career and what's going on with her career and just thinking, man, standing up to the man and saying what I really feel is a breath of fresh air, and I'm loving it. She's enjoying that. Oh, yeah, she's feeling good. She got the Empress crossing that. So what she has to do is figure out how to be the leader that she wants to take credit for, right? Now, she seems to be getting some pretty good press. She's on a lot of more mainstream news shows, not just the far right news shows. So very interesting. Now, we get the Eight of Cups for her. So I do think she's going to be looking for another seat out of Congress and maybe into the Senate. I think she's going to walk away from her congressional seat. I don't know if it's going to be, if there's going to be an overlap in election times, maybe she has to stay there for a little while, but I don't know. So what we get in the past is the Queen of Cups. She was the good little woman. She was the trooper. She was there for MAGA. She was doing what they wanted her to do, and she spoke the party line, and she promoted all of the MAGA stuff, really. What's on top of her now, she thinks is going to be good. So somebody has put a bug in her ear and said, Marjorie, honey, we can make you a star. You want to be a senator? You want to be governor? Here's the path to do it. So they have told her that they're supporting her. She must be getting some nice big money behind her. Um, I don't know if she's going to be the kind of person that says, no, I'm not going to take PAC money. I'm only going to take little donors. She's not a Democrat, folks. She's a Republican, but we'll see. But what's going to be coming up for her is some new stuff. Now, this might be a lawsuit too. This might be a lawsuit coming up for her. So she might have to watch her behind, because if stuff comes up about January 6th, she was in on the planning of that. So that might throw a wrench in her works. She's really feeling it, folks, that she's in there. She gets the 10 of Pentacles. She's got money, happiness, money, feeling well cared for. But then she gets the Hermit. So there's going to be a period of time where she is just on her own, thinking her thoughts and trying to figure out what to do. And I do think there's a lawsuit coming for her. I don't think it's all going to be easy street. I think she's going to have to spend some time dealing with a lawsuit. But she thinks it's going to be wonderful. And the moon. So we don't know what's going to really come up for her. It remains to be seen if she's going to, I hate that glaring light. It remains to be seen whether she's going to really be able to move on to the Senate. We'll have to do cards on that later. Or whether she's going to just have to leave Congress, because that's a walking away card. But she gets all good cards about what she feels she's doing and is going on. Now, give me a minute. Let me pull these cards up and reshuffle them, and let's look at what is going to happen with Trump and his actions with the DOJ and all of that stuff. Is there going to be some repercussions on her? Okay, so I threw out the cards. Very interesting. The first couple of cards that came up, I get the Three of Cups for her. So again, she just thinks that everything's going great. Now, isn't that just like a little old Gemini? Just things are fine. Things are fine. I'm okay. It's great. It's going to be great. Her mind is telling her that it's going to be great. It's going to be a party and nobody's going to hurt her. But the cross to bear is the Nine of Wands. So she is going to have to defend her position, and she is going to have to defend either the current seat that she's in or some other seat. And she's going to have to defend to Trump what she is trying to do. So that's very interesting. At the base of it, same card she got in the last reading, Nine of Swords. So she's got some heartache to deal with, and it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be real fun. Now, in the past, she's been able to dance through this. The Page of Swords tells me that she's been able to talk her way out of things, or go on a few new newscasts and smooth things over with Dumpy. But now she doesn't know what to do. She gets the Seven of Cups. She does not know what to do. So between now and Christmas, you're going to see Marge kind of do a bunch of tap dancing, because she's not really sure what she should do when it comes to Trump, because he is going to come back and have some words with her. Not yet. He started with Lauren Boebert. He hasn't done it yet, but he's going to talk to her too, and or he's going to send a message to her. Maybe that's what the Page of Swords is that they've sent a message to her, and she doesn't quite know how to respond. Now, what's really going to come about for her, the Eight of Pentacles here, this has to do with money and well-being and safety, and it's things that she is looking at and she's trying to figure out. So she's trying to get things ready so that she doesn't have to rely on MAGA and the Trump, right? She wants to do it on her own. But she's super, super confused, guys. She gets the Moon card again. This is her situation. This is her karma. This is where she's sitting right now. And the actual fact of things happening, Four of Swords. She's going to have to retreat. She's going to have to retreat because things are about to change. She gets the Wheel of Fortune as far as action and things that are changing. And the final outcome is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups here is telling me that somebody's going to come in with new news, either to rescue her or ruin her. So doesn't look, the outcome is not super certain for Marjorie, but it does look like she's got to question things. She likes this new path that she's going on. But it's new, and she's not quite sure how she's going to navigate everything. And there's going to be a few bumps in the road. It's not going to be smooth sailing for her. And as far as her getting into the Senate, well, that has yet to be determined. We just don't know that at all, and we will not know that for quite a while. Let me just check out when the people are up in her state. Hold on. Okay, well, the two senators from Georgia are both in till at least 2027, 2028. So she doesn't have a chance of either one of their seats unless something dire happens to them. And it probably won't. They're choir boys. There's nothing bad's going to happen to them. So I think that Marjorie can't get into the Senate right away. But her seat, those congressional seats go up every 2 years. So it looks like she's gonna have to be fighting for her seat every other year for a while. It's not gonna be a slam dunk. Is that a bug? Ooh, I hate when I have bugs in here. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Oh, there was something else. Oh yeah, I want to do one more reading. Yeah, I want to read on if Trump becomes non compos mentis or takes a dirt nap, will Vance hang on to Marjorie as a supporter? I mean, will he pull her in to his camp, or will he be anti-MTG? So let me shuffle on that. Well, this is very interesting. Let's see here. We come up first with the King of Swords. Now, that's not Vance. Vance is not the King of Swords. He would be the King of Wands because he's a Leo. So I don't know what this means. Does this mean somebody else is going to be pulling the strings? Is this maybe the new Speaker of the House? Because this isn't Mikey Mike Johnson either. But somebody there is looking at Marge, Three of Wands, and possibly helping her or hurting her with her future plans for her political career. Interesting. So now we also have the Ace of Wands. So I do think it's somebody helping with her career because they're going to help her kind of rework her image. This is what the Ace of Wands very often does, is it gives you a new outlook, a new way of presenting yourself to the world, new hairstyle, new makeup, new clothes, new way of speaking, new way of doing things. And you'll notice that she has already had kind of a mini makeover, um, physical wise, so that she's a little more mainstream, really. She's not so butch body, you know. Now again, she gets the Page of Swords in the past, so this might be news of a lawsuit that has come up for her. Now she wants total transformation. She knows that the stuff that she has been doing with MAGA prior to the Epstein thing is not mainstream and does not play well and would not get her into the Senate. It would definitely keep her in the kiddie park. So she wants to move up. But what's coming up for her is something she doesn't want. She's Four Cups. She's not going to be happy with what they're offering her. So this isn't a seat that they're offering her. This is what they're telling her she needs to do in order to progress in the party and become, get better committee assignments and maybe work for the RNC or something like that. And maybe even take a different seat while they groom her for the Senate seat. She might drop out of Congress and then, come back with a bang to do the Senate thing. But there's a lot to be done in the Congress, and it takes a lot of effort because you're always being reelected. You're always fundraising and being reelected. Now, this is what's going on from her perspective. She is defending things. She's just like, okay, I got to keep doing this until I can get what I want. So it's a lot of work for her. And what goes on around her is the Five of Swords. A lot of competition, a lot of friction, a lot of fighting, really, infighting, and it's draining. It's a lot of work. But I think Marjorie can pull it off. She's going to be a bit of a magician. Geminis are good at that. They are magicians. They're eager to try things and change things, and they get bored easily. So they like a little bit of a challenge. They don't want it to be too hard, but they like using their brain and their hands and doing things like magical, like making magical things happen. And I think Marjorie's going to be okay. She comes out as the Queen of Pentacles. Now she's a Gemini. She's not actually the Queen of Pentacles, but if she can either get close to a Queen of Pentacles, or she can sort of become the woman who does all the great fundraising, because she does do big fundraising. She's making a lot of money in her fundraising. Not as much as AOC, who doesn't take PAC money, but she's making a lot of money that way. And maybe that's the switch. Maybe she has to switch out of doing big PAC money and go to small donors, and it takes her a few years to get all that ramping up, and that might prepare her for the Senate. I don't know. I don't know. Let me just see. Do I see Marjorie Taylor Greene being a senator? Oh, God, no, not right away. It would take her 10 years to be taken seriously enough to be a senator. She just doesn't have what it takes at this point. But her political career is changing, and she may decide that being in the Congress is where she wants to be. Maybe she sets her sight on Speaker of the House. Who knows? Because she's got a big mouth and she likes to talk, so she might like that. All right. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. Be sure to tune in for the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, do all the YouTubey things. Leave a comment that has at least 7 characters, even if they're emojis. That doesn't matter, just 7 of something. And in my description box, I do have my link and my discount codes for Otter Spirit bracelets. Also, I have information about my website. If you want to get a personal reading, you can go to my website and make an appointment. What else? I love you all madly, and I'm so glad that you're here. And thank you so much for making my channel grow. I really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time.